Morning. Today we are at Seven Lakes State Park here in Holly, Michigan. It's gray, overcast, snowy winter morning. I apparently only seem to make these things in the winter now. So wanted to see what kind of shots we can get. This is my first time here, and yeah, no sunrise, no sunset, just soft, gray, hazy atmosphere. And let's see if we can get some of those moody winter photos. For this first shot, there's a tree right out in front. I'm losing part of it to the hills and the trees in the background, but there's these weird patterns on the ice. Snow has been melted and it's just, you see the ice. So it's a cool shot. I'm at 70 millimeters here. Let's see here. I am at let's go with F11. There we go. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Nice gray, hazy morning. So this is a shelter. I don't know if it's the south or north shelter at Seven Lakes State Park. If you're ever over here in Holly, Michigan, come check it out. I'm sure this place is pretty nice in the spring and summer. But yeah, take a look at that photo. All right, so now I'm down on trying to figure out the cardinal directions in my head. I think this is the north side of the lake. There's a little bench, and I'm going to see what we can get over here. Some reeds. I was hoping the water wouldn't be completely frozen, but I apparently waited too long to, and I'm sinking. I apparently waited too long to come down and start doing this again, but the lake is completely frozen. I was hoping I'd be able to get some kind of reflections, but that'll have to wait for the spring when everything starts to thaw. So let's set up the tripod. We'll see what we can get. All right, so I'm going to set up the tripod real quick, and I think I'm gonna try a long lens shot here. Just going across the lake, looking at the hills. So yeah, hopefully this will be nice. It's just real hazy and gloomy, kind of moody. Not a very nice looking day, but if you want to be a photographer, you got to make do with what you got. And right now what I got is winter because I waited. This is not what I've been wanting. All right, I'm gonna have to hand hold it. So the part of Big Seven Lake that I am at right now is like a little alcove, and the shoreline kind of swoops around and back out, and I am facing the part that swoops back out, and there's trees across there, and then the hills in the background with the trees over there. So right now I am focusing on some of these trees that are right across the way. Let's go F8 today on this. I'm at 200 millimeter. I've got my 70 to 200 on here, and yeah, F8, saying 1/8 of a second. Hopefully me holding this isn't gonna mess with the shot. It's not that crisp. Let's go to F12. I'm going 1 at F11, looks like 1/4 of a second. This one might be not very crisp. But if it isn't, it's no problem, because you know what? We're outside. Even though it's cold, we're outside. And we're in nature. And we're shooting photography, so that is really all that matters. So now I am at Dickinson Lake here at Seven Lakes State Park. Dickinson Lake does not have any ice. It is completely unfrozen. I'm walking down to the boat ramp. Gonna take a look and see what kind of shots we can get here. I'm thinking I might do some long exposure, smooth out the water, see if we can get any reflections and on the water. I think it's probably too overcast for that today, but we'll give it a shot. It would have been nice if there was some heat coming off the lake, putting like a fog onto the water, but such is my luck. Not for today, but that would have been a really nice shot, really moody. Yeah, so let's take a look at Dickinson Lake. For this shot, I'm gonna get a low angle because there's all this ice around these little tiny blades of grass, reeds, whatever they are, coming out. I wanna kind of capture those with some movement, so I'm gonna put one of my ND filters on. We're gonna see what we can do here. Let's see, I've only used these once so far. If you remember one of my videos from last year, got these from my awesome wife. This is a CPL. Don't want the CPL right now. Actually, you know what? I am gonna put the CPL on. Slap that there. Let's start. I'm gonna use all of them at separate times. So right now, what do I got? This is the EF2, so the 2-stop. All right, this tripod head is starting to fail me. So maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll get a new one for Christmas. So here's the shot I have set up. I'm at 24 millimeters. Let's go with f11. It's giving me a 1.6 second shot. So here, let's take a look at the back of the screen so you guys can see what I'm working with. Well, all right. I think that's a little blurry, but that's okay. You'll see it here in a second. So, oh, now it's giving me 2 seconds, 1.6. Let's take a look. Caught some of the motion, but not what as much as I wanted. The next filter. It says it's a EF2. Oh, this is an ND64. I'm looking at the wrong dang thing. So the first filter that I used was ND8. All right, so this is the ND64. My nose driving me nuts. All right, so this is giving me a 10 second. So what I want to do is set the timer. 2 second timer. All right, we're in focus. Still F11. $10 seconds. That should pretty much smooth everything out. We'll take a look. The lake is nice and blurry. Still some blurriness in the trees in the background, but that's all right. They're not the main focus. All right, so the circular polarizer is giving me vignetting. Didn't notice that on the first shot. We're gonna do another one. All right, so ND64, got my case. ND64 filter on here. I'm at f11, 24 millimeter. It's giving me a 4-second exposure now. Oh, that's much better. So much clearer. That circular polarizer was definitely messing it up. 4-second exposure. I got some nice movement. It's not completely smooth, but that's fine as well. Horizon line's not exactly straight, but I can fix that in post. All right, so I'm gonna put the ND64. I'm gonna break out the next one. No, whoo. Would not have wanted to drop that. This is the ND1000. This one is a 10 stop. That I do know. All right, oh, it's telling me to go bulb. So let me put this mode into manual. F8 is giving me a 30-second exposure. 30 seconds. This is completely smooth. There's a nice reflection. Yep, that's perfect. Dickinson Lake. Who'd have thought after seeing Big Seven Lake completely frozen over that Dickinson Lake would not be frozen and I'd be able to get exactly what I was hoping for coming down here today. All right, so I'm gonna take this ND1000 off, put the ND64 on, because these are coming out a little bit blurry and that's perfectly fine. Not an issue, because as I said earlier, we're outside, even though it's like 20 degrees out. There we go. This is saying 5-second exposure. Now with the ND64, hear them ducks over there. All right, 5 seconds, F11. Oh, that one's much clearer. Much clearer, more crisp. Got a little bit of smoothing in the water, some movement in some of the reeds. I'll do one more. Zoom back out. The shoreline, 24 millimeter, 3.2. Awesome. For this one, it's just a shot of the hills with the trees, the lake, and these reeds in the foreground. It is, I'm going to F22. It's an 8-second exposure with the ND64 filter on. 8 seconds. Nice. Got some good movement in the water. Smoothed it out quite a bit. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today at Seven Lakes State Park here in Holly, Michigan. Hope you've enjoyed the video and the photos I've taken. Wanted to create some moody atmospheric photos, but there was no fog or smog, or there was no fog coming off the water today. So luckily Dickinson Lake worked out and I was able to get some movement and some use out of my case filters. So thanks for stopping by. Have a good one.